channel. Today we are going to design a beautiful women's fashion store on Shopify. Let's get into it. What you see in front of you is the website. It's called the Diva Store. And as you can see, this is how the shop looks like. By the end of this tutorial, we should be able to have a very similar store. Now, this store was designed on a premium theme called Baseline in Shopify. We are going to be using the Dawn theme. So I'm going to quickly go back to the store. So this is the store. This is the Dawn theme. Now I have done some basic pre-setup just to save some time. But I'm going to run through that when I design the store. So you can definitely follow it along. So this is the Dawn theme. As you can see, it has been installed already. And then if you click customize, it is going to take you to the front end. And these are all the sections. So, okay, let's start with straight away designing the store. As you can see, the first thing over here is the image. So I'm going to click here and it's a slideshow. So all of these sections are available in the Dawn theme. However, there are some sections which are not available, and I have actually customized those sections using the sidekick. I'm going to show you that as well. Okay, so the first section is slides. So I'm going to click that. Now these are the basic setting that I've already done. So if you want to copy that, just pause the video and just copy it. Okay, so I'm going to quickly scroll through. Okay, and then we have to add 3 slides. Okay, this is slide 1. Let me show you how to add a slide. So if you just scroll, you will see a plus sign here, and if you just click that, it will automatically add a slide. So I've already created that. This is just to save the time. Otherwise, this tutorial will be like 2-3 hours. Okay, click on slide 1 and select, and then add files. These are all the images that I already have. So I'm just going to select all and then open. So all the images are now importing. So I'm going to select the first one because this is the first image. This is the second one. So I'm going to select that. There is some text. So feel free to pause the video and just copy it if you like. The same settings. Slide 2. So slide 2 is this image. So I'm going to click image and then I'm going to select, here you go. That's it. And again, as you can see, I've already put some text here. So feel free to just pause the video and just copy them. And then slide 3, let's see. Slide 3 is this image. So I'm going to select this image and then, okay, so our images are already selected. So I'm going to save it. Now, if you want to have a look at your site, all you got to do is go back to the Shopify backend and then you can see this little eye icon. You just click that. So this will automatically take you to the front end. So here you can see nicely our slideshow is ready. So it was pretty fast, right? And if you click here, you can see nicely the slideshow is moving. So that's great. Okay, coming back to our front end again. Okay, before I move ahead, as you can see, I have put a scrolling bar. Now, this scrolling bar in some Dawn themes, sometimes it's not available. If you see my previous video, I've actually shown how to put a scrolling bar in Dawn theme. So you can actually just copy that. So just go to my second previous video. If you want, I can put a link here, and then you can just copy paste how to add this nice little scrolling link. Okay, there is the scrolling link, as you can see. Okay, so let's move on now. What's the next one? The next one is this little fashion emerges as a universal language. So here I've just put a banner. I'm just going to put the image. Okay, so I'm just going to select this. So this is a good little tip. Sometimes if you will struggle to find a section where you have to write the text and then design it, sometimes it's very hard, and it just takes a lot of time for such a small thing. So if you want, you can just screenshot that and then just put that in an image van. So pretty simple. Okay, so here you go. I put that, save it. So again, I am leaving the, as you can see, this is the image banner. So these are the settings. So just pause and you can just click it if you like. Sorry, just copy it. If you want to add a image banner, you just click on sections and then you just scroll and you will see image banner here. So just add that and customize it. Okay, but as I've said, I've already customized it for you. So just pause the video and just copy it. Okay, now we move on. Now comes the interesting bit. Okay, now you can see in the original website, we've got two sections here. It's like a collection section. Now, I was not able to find that in the Dawn theme. So what I did was I created that section. Now the section is here. It's called a multi-column block. Now all you got to do is you see this little open sidekick. Now this is one of the best things that has happened in Shopify, which is basically Sidekick is your AI, and it will help you to create whatever sections you like. So if you need some fancy sections, you can go to Open Sidekick. So you click that, and then as you can see, it will give you a little thing, and then you say here, ask anything. So I'm not going to create a block because I've already done it, but I will just show you how to do it. So I'm just going to say create a multi column block. And then you just create a multi column block, and then you can give further instructions if you want. So you can add things like must have the ability to select collections, add images, all that. I'm not going to spend time on that because this is not about how to use the Sidekick. I can make a separate video about it, but basically, as you can see here, you can write whatever you want, and then you just click. Let me just write some basic instruction. Yeah, create a multi-column block, add collections, add image, uh, make it uh, add image, create multi-column block, add collections, add image, and make it Dawn theme compatible. Okay, and then you click send, and now you will see the magic. So now, as you can see, Mr. Sidekick is saying, I will help you create a multi-column block, blah, blah, blah. So then it will give you something like this, and you click that. And as you can see, now on the left hand side, it has actually given you a message, and then you just click OK. And now it is going to actually start creating a section. So this is really awesome that Shopify has introduced, and you can see now it's actually coding, right? And it is creating a new section. So that's pretty awesome that Shopify have done, and you don't really need to use a premium theme anymore because you can create. But let me tell you, it needs a little bit of working because you have to go back and you have to give him. Sometimes it will not get it right in the first go, so you can uh, tell Mr. Sidekick to fix things again, and it will fix and fix, and it'll just keep fixing till you want. So that is how it works. Let's just wait for it to finish so I can show you. But this is very important uh, because you will be using this for your theme. Uh, Sidekick will work in all themes, including premium themes and Shopify native themes. So that's pretty cool. So there you see, it has now actually created a section. So that's pretty cool. So it has given you, see how detailed the section is, right? Let's have a quick run through. You can add heading, you can have subheading, you can align it, you can change the heading size, you can change layout, how many layout you want 3 columns, 4 columns, all of that. You can create a container, you can, all the spacing options are there. And then you got image style. So border radius is basically the curve, around the image you want is slightly curved. So you can select that. And then you can select the collection from here, and you can select an image. You can give it a title. So this is brilliant, right? And it has just created, literally in less than 2 minutes, a section for you, which does not exist in Dawn theme. So that is like super. Okay, so I'm not gonna save this because I already have created this. So I'm gonna just do a quick refresh. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my section, multi-column block. As you can see, it says here AI generated. That means I generated this by AI, which is our sidekick. Okay, and that's the instruction that I gave. Okay, so coming back to our original site, so we need to have these two. So let's quickly go through. So I'm gonna select the image, this image, because here, as you see, this is the left hand side image. I'm gonna select that. And as you can see, I've already put in the text, so feel free to pause and add it. You can also select a section for the button here. And then this is the second image. So I've selected the image, and now you can see pretty same, right? This is your original site, the Diva store. This is the new site, and it looks pretty similar. There would be some difference, of course, because each theme is different, but we just want to get the vibe about 90-95%. Okay. So coming back, I'm gonna quickly scroll through. So make sure you just pause and copy paste all of this and then just click save. So this is saved. Okay, and then this is my products. So my products has already been imported. So we are not going to be doing that. So moving on. So here you can see the products are already here. Okay, now we got a, let's see, what do I have here? Okay, so now we got a ticker. Okay, so this is the ticker in the original site, and this is the ticker over here. So again, yes, you can see it's not 100% same, but kind of does the job. Now, this ticker was again created by using AI, which is our sidekick. So this is the ticker. It's got the background color. You can also refer to my previous video where I have shown how to create a ticker. So you can just copy paste from that. I also believe in the new Dawn theme. Uh, There are ticker and scrollable ticker option available. It's inbuilt, so just use that. Okay, this Dawn theme is a slightly older version. Okay, so ticker is done. Now we move to the next section, which is the collection list. So the collection list looks like this in the original one. So I have the collection list now. This one also was generated by AI. Okay, so again, you can give the instructions to AI, which is the sidekick, as I showed you, that please create a collection list for me, and it will create for you. Uh, there is a collection list featured collection, which is inbuilt in Dawn theme. So you can use that as well. But I did my own because I wanted a little bit more customization. So Dawn theme has its own collection section there anyway. So feel free to use it. But if you want a little bit more, modern and more customized, use the sidekick as I showed you. Okay, so moving on, I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to use mine. So again, feel free to copy paste. So as you can see, this is the customized AI generated collection that I've done. So it's all good. It's already been selected over here. Outerwear, save it. Now you can see the images are different, right? Here the images are like this, and here the images, because this one I need to add the image in the collection. So let's go to Shopify backend, products, collection. So the first one is outerwear. So I'm going to select outerwear, and I'm going to add image, and this is the image I want. So I'm going to save it. Okay, so now this is my front end of the website. I'm going to quickly do a refresh. Let's see, has it come? There you go. As you can see, it's come. Okay, so the same way I'm going to do for all of this. So activewear is just my product. So activewear, I don't actually have an image, so I'm just going to select a product from here. So when you want to select a product, you go to the collection, and then you go to the collection that you want, and then you select manually. Once you select manually, you can drag and drop. So I'm just gonna, I want this as my, because if you don't select a collections image in here, by default, it will take the first product. That is how Shopify system is. So I have selected this as my first product. As you can see, quick drying yoga bra. So that will now show up over here, hopefully as my first image. Yes, it does. So this is, as you can see, kind of similar to this. Okay, moving on, we need bags. So bags, bags, select. I have an image of bags. I'm going to select that. Let's save. Next is jumpsuits and rompers. So again for jumpsuits and rompers, I don't have an image. So I can just leave this image if it's good, or I can select another. So go to your collections. Make sure you do this manually so you can drag and drop. So I have all these images here. Let me put this one, drag it as the first one. There you go. So I've got this. And the last one is pants. For pants, I've got this image. So I'm going to go back to collections, look for pants, add image, and there you go. Save. Okay, so a quick refresh, and now you can see The site is looking really nice. It's coming along really well. So that's great. Let's keep going. Okay, what else do we need? Okay, I think this is the next section in the original site. This lady and this lady. So let's have a look in here. So we have done the collection list. Then there is featured collection, which is the jeans. Then there is featured collection here again, which is your activewear. So basically, I'll just show you again. Just feel free to pause and copy the settings. And then this is the next featured collection. Go down. Oh, this is the one. So again, this is my settings. So you can, so this is shop activewear. This one. This is this section. So there is no customization as such. Just select and then you can just copy paste my settings. So featured collection set section is available in DOM theme. You just add section and then you can see your featured collection. Okay. Now again, we come down and again, I have got a customized AI section, which I've developed, which is called multi-column block, which is this one. So feel free to create that again, or you can just use the Shopify collection list. You can just use the featured collection, or if you want more customization, then you can do the multi-column block. I'm going to do a separate video on AI generation in Shopify on sections. So, because if I do that now, it's going to be too much. But I've shown that before, right? Okay, so this is my multi-column block. As you can see, this is AI generated, and this is the whole section information. So all I have to do is, so this setting I've already done, okay? But you can copy paste it directly. I'm going to select this, select the image because that's the image, this one. And then my second image is this woman. So I'm just going to scroll down, column two. So yeah, everything has been done. The collection pants has been selected, and this is all the text. It's all the color. Back to the next section is the timer. Okay, so this timer again is not available in Shopify Dawn theme. So I created this by using our the sidekick, yeah, which is the Shopify app. So the timer looks something like this. So as you can see, it's all set up already. This is the setting, and this is the AI generated. So yeah, just pause it and you can just maybe give this command to the sidekick and it will generate for you. Okay, so now we move on to this is the site. So as you can see, I've added some extra sections to make it even more nicer. Okay, after the timer section, we have the image banner, which is this one. So I think the image banner would be this. So instead of creating this for daily deals, return, shipping, and all that separately, I've just taken a screenshot of the image. As I told you, it's much easier and faster, but you can do it individually as well. Let me just select that. Yep. So there it is. Because customers are not going to click on that, right? This is just for you to show on your site. Okay, moving on to the hotspot. Okay, so this is the hotspot. So I've again created the hotspot. Now, hotspot again by default is not available in the Dawn theme. So I created this via AI again. Okay, as you can see, create a beautiful flickering hotspot. So again, feel free to pause and copy this. So I'm going to add the image. Yeah. Okay, so the image has been added, and as you can see, looks awesome. And you got this is slightly flickering, so that's brilliant. Again, I'm just scrolling through. So if you create a hotspot section in AI, you can just copy these settings. And then each hotspot you can actually link to a product. So you can see here it's been linked. Only this one. I need to do it again. Okay, and then you save. So let's have a look at the site. Just do a quick refresh and let's scroll from the top. So that's your ticker right on the top. That's your main slideshow. Then you've got the two collection sections here. Yeah, both are clickable. Yep. And then you got your featured collection. Then you got another ticker. And then you got another featured collection. Now, this is a collection list, which for me I developed by AI. Then this is your featured collection. And then this is your another featured collection. And then this is the two multi-column block. This is the timer. This is the image. And this is your hotspot. As you can see, works nicely. If you click that, you can see the product. Then you click view product and it will take you to the product. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, moving on. We're gonna now add two more banners. So which are the banners? So this is the second one and this is the other one. So I'm just gonna click image banner, first image, click this, then click the second one and click the lady. Where is the lady? Oh, this one. Yeah, then save. So I'm just gonna scroll and show you the settings. So this image banner, as I mentioned before, just take it from the Shopify Dawn theme, add section and image banner. Okay. And then I created another multi-column, but this one is from the Shopify section itself. Okay. So you just use the add section and multi-column, this one. Okay. So you select that and then you can add. So I've already done that. So I'm going to quickly show you the settings. So this is for the customer's review. So you have all the review. This is all my settings. And then this is the column setting. So here you can also select an image. I have chosen not to, but if you want, you can put an image. And then, okay. So the site is pretty much done. Gonna save this. I'm going to do a quick refresh. And as you can see, the site looks pretty awesome. Yeah, this is a women's fashion store, and I think it's really really nice, professional. Of course, we have to do some final touch up. Like for example, these images, they are not all aligned, so we have to align them. So basically, for that, you just go to products, collection. So let's just do the jeans one. So right now, as you can see, the jeans is not aligned. This image is slightly shorter. So now this image is directly coming from AliExpress, right? So we need to fix those and just align them. So for that, we have to go to collections and look for jeans, click on jeans, select manually. So now you can actually rearrange these images. So I want to show you a small tip. The tip is, if you see this image here, this is the full image, right? And you see this one, there's a small gap. So basically what it means is this one, the aspect ratio is portrait. If you come to, you can see this is longer and this one is square. So what you should do is, at least on the front end, have either all square or all portrait. Okay, so I'm going to put all portrait. So just drag. Okay, so this is all portrait. This also is portrait. And how many do I need? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So there are nine. So at least I will organize the first nine. So when a customer comes on my site and looks at the first website, on the home page, it looks nice. Okay, so one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and nine. Okay, so one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Let me see if they have another image here which I can use. Oh, maybe this, or maybe this, and save. Okay, so let's have a quick look as to what. Now you can see all, at least the first nine images, they all are portraits. See, you can see this gap here. So hopefully now in the front end, it looks nicer and more organized. So I'm just going to quickly do, right now, this is how it's looking, the jeans section, right? This one. So I'm going to refresh it. Okay, so now you can see it's more symmetrical and looks much better. Maybe this one still not that, still half. So yeah, you have to go into photo edit and then you can actually crop it or you just use another image. So I'm not going to show that because that's again going to be too much time. I think the video is too long and you guys probably a little bit bored. But designing a site is, it takes time. You have to give in hours. Sometime it for me to design a site from scratch to the end, it will take at least 2 days to 3 days, if I have to do a good job. Okay, so I hope that you guys have learned some. Oh, sorry, I also need to show you some other things. So here, this is the front end. Now, if you click the theme settings, so now you come in this section. So you got logo, colors. So I'm going to quickly show you all the colors that I have put so you can copy it. So this is the color hex code that you can use. So just pause the video and just copy this. So this is the first scheme one, color scheme one. This is number two. This is number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great. So these are, just make sure you pause it. The typography, which is the font that I have used, is Quicksand, and this is the setting. So just again, copy and paste. This is the layout. Animations, I have put as none. Buttons, this is the setting for the buttons. This is all you will see in the DOM. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. This is the product cards. So this is my setting for the product cards. So just pause and set it up like that. This is for collection cards. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much done. Let's quickly go have a look at the view. Yeah, so this looks pretty good. If I click this, this is the product page setup. Oh, let me show you the product page setup as well. Let me click a product. Okay, so my product page setup is like this. You got the product information. So I click that. And again, I'm just going to quickly scroll through so you can pause and have the same settings. And then I've got the title, price, variant picker. I've also added a second ticker, which we created before, right? This one. And then there is a related product section, which, sorry. Okay, so this is the setting for the related products. And then custom image banner. So this is the image banner section, and you just add the image. So I've added this image. And I think that should be pretty much your side. I mean, of course, designing a website is a creative process, and everybody has their little preferences. And of course, you can tweak this a little bit to your own liking. Maybe it will look much better than what I have made. But at least if you're looking for a women's fashion store, which is one of the most popular stores in Shopify, this should get you going. And if you are doing designing for somebody, or this is for your own site that you want to design, you can use it. If you want me to design this site for you, I can do that for you for a small fee. If you want, just yeah, just hit me up. But I think it's pretty easy. The idea to do this is so that you guys can do it by yourself. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Sorry for the long video. Do subscribe, like, and see you in the next video.